I just really love making super versatile tops that can be worn front to back or back to front. So let me tell you about my cinnamon top. I'm Madi with Madi Sews and welcome back. So I recently made this cinnamon top here by Mieka's Digital. And if you guys haven't checked out Mieka's Digital, please do. They have a really large and inclusive size range. So they go from an extra small all the way up to a 6X, which they get some serious kudos from me for, because I think that's just phenomenal. And then a lot of their patterns actually come with a lot of different sleeve options typically, or different type of band options. So they tend to be really fun to make. And this is a cinnamon top, and I'll link to it below so that way you can find it easily. But it's a really cool make because this entire back piece here is one piece. It's just one big old piece that folds up and connects up at the shoulder. And if that sounds confusing, it's okay. I actually made a video for Mieka's Digital on how to put the bodice together. And the really fun part about having this piece that actually folds up is that there is no hemming on this bottom piece, which is nice because, saves you a little bit of time. Although there is a lot of narrow hemming along the edges here, so I guess it doesn't save you that much time. But hey, a girl can be happy about not hemming the bottom, right? I did use this double-sided knit for mine that's gray on one side and then this plaid on the other. And honestly, I really do like the way that it came out. But if you're not for double-sided fabrics like I am, just make sure that when you're actually planning out the top, that you get a fabric that has two sides that you really like, or looks the same on both sides and doesn't necessarily have a wrong side to it, because it will show. I mean, it still even shows on the drape sometimes over here down on the bottom. It doesn't bother me one bit, but if it bothers you, just keep that in mind. So there were two different options for this side. You can either cut it straight across, or it had a rounded side as well. I opted to do this, and then I didn't even bother hemming it. I just kept my edges raw because it's a knit and it's not really going to unravel much. The cinnamon top actually comes with two different sleeve options. It comes with a lantern sleeve, or it comes with a bellows sleeve. And this one right here, this is the lantern sleeve. You can see there. It's basically the top upper sleeve with a larger bottom sleeve that gets gathered into the top, and then a smaller cuff down at the bottom. Ooh. And you can see I decided to use the plaid side for the cuff there to kind of tie it back into the back piece. When you look at the side here, you can see that there are some gathers where the draped side meets up with the other side. And if I'm being 100% honest, this is actually the trickiest part of this sweater, because when you fold the back up and you sew together these shoulders, you end up with a pretty strange looking side that you have to sew together, or baste together, and then gather in. Now, I did a lot of pin basting with mine, but I mean, you can always sew up the two rows and then gather it up and then attach it to the side. When it was all said and done, it wasn't difficult, but it is a little tricky. So just keep that in mind. And if you want to see a video on that, you can go and check that out over at Mieka's Digital. They have a Facebook group that they'll be posting it in. So that way you can see how exactly I put this top together. Hopefully it'll make some things clear, but you can see how I gathered it on both sides. And if you're wondering why this top is called the cinnamon top, it's actually because the person who designed this designed it for a fall release. And so she was, kind of in the mode of warm and fuzzy things. And she thought cinnamon would be perfect. And so cinnamon it is. I almost feel like I should have made this in a brown orangey color. But I'll take my gray and plaid. I'm loving it. Let me just show you a couple of pictures of how this thing looks when it's on. And there you have it. Don't forget to check out Mieka's Digital on how to put this bodice together. Of course, the link's going to be down below. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Well, thanks for hanging with me and letting me tell you all about my cinnamon top. And please don't forget to click that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so that way you know the next time that there's a new video. And until next time, I hope that you find joy and you have a wonderful day. Bye.